Are you a victim of marijuana?
I'm dying.
That's right, today we're going to talk about a demographic that makes up about 16% of America, stoners. These beautiful people have been spreading love and positivity throughout the country for centuries. And I've been desperately trying to make a video that anyone will watch, so I figured I'd try my luck with a group of people that are too lazy to actually click off a YouTube video. Bet you're loving that autoplay. Now, if that offended you and you just got halfway through a hateful YouTube comment before realizing that you've left a bowl of cereal on the counter for the last 10 minutes, don't worry. I used to be a stoner too. That's right. I used to partake in the devil's lettuce. I used to be all about the wacky world of Mary Jane. But sadly, when I partake, every time without fail, I do think I'm dying. And I am also too lazy to click off a YouTube video. And I also forget that I have cereal on the counter. All around, it just makes me a bad human being. But the truth is, stoners like Seth Rogen, Snoop Dogg, and Barack Obama have made a great impact on this world. And personally, I think stoners might just be able to save America, if not the world. But before I get to that, I think it's important to say, stoners are funny. Like this guy who was too bored with the normal way he was consuming marijuana, so he decided to try this. Oh my god. I mean, just the least practical way to consume marijuana. It takes him a solid 15 seconds just to be able to get to the drone in a place where he can actually take the rip, you know, smoke the toke a little bit. Not to mention the fact that those drone propellers are moving fast and they're probably pretty heavy. He just misplaces a finger, cut clean off. He's losing a finger. They also provide us with great family content, like this heartfelt moment between a grandma and a child.
No.
What is it? What's a grinder?
What?
What is it?
Nothing.
What's that?
What?
To put it on
No, you don't fill it on your...
your... Oh, it stinks. What is it?
No.
What is it? What the fuck is it?
Nothing. Nan, you don't do that. Don't fill it on your face.
Why? What is it?
Nothing.
What surprised me most about this video is that they have weed in England. I don't know what it is about English people. It doesn't make sense to me that they're smoking weed there. I don't think that they should be allowed to do that. This is in Ukraine during the war. This is a guy fleeing the scene of war in Ukraine.
It's okay. Don't worry. Okay, they're very stressed. Tell me quickly, are you all right?
I'm all right.
And how many people are trapped in there?
Weed legalized. 420. American?
British. How many more?
Cannabis legalized in Great Britain.
Pardon?
Is cannabis legalized in?
I don't know whether cannabis.
It's a beautiful drug. Just a beautiful, beautiful thing stoners are. Just couldn't care less about the thousands of people dying in his country. Couldn't care less about his home getting invaded. Just happy to be token. While we're on the topic of war, check out this video of some American soldiers in Vietnam smoking out of a gun. People are trying to actively murder us as we speak. We're in the midst of a terrible, terrible time. Horrible weather, feeling terrible, can't sleep, on edge at every moment. But it'd be kind of funny if we smoked out of this gun, right? Be kind of cool. And it is. Even without taking into consideration people like Usain Bolt, Sha'Carri Richardson, or Michael Phelps, weed can actually turn the average person into an athlete.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Feat of pure athleticism. If I was sober, I could try that 2,000 times and I would never get it done. But something about being high just gives you the exact amount of concentration to be able to pull off something like this. But not all comedy from stoners is positive. Sometimes things like this happen. When your parents are strict AF, I call it the vault. Just totally defacing his parents' home. It's great that my parents worked their entire life to be able to afford this and probably are still paying it off. It's great that my parents have gone way into debt to provide a home for me. What if I kind of just ruined this part so I could hide my weed? That'd be cool, right? But for the most part, stoners just provide us some feel-good moments like this. Ordered pizza, smoked, forgot about the pizza. I thought I had free pizza. Happy face. What a beautiful picture. Just a high guy who got so high he forgot that he ordered pizza. You gotta love a drug that makes you forget any financial responsibility. And while we're on the topic of pizza, there's no way I can make a YouTube video about stoners and not even mention some of the food creations that these people come up with. I mean, look at the sandwich that this guy made. Only a high person would make a sandwich that big and think that they could pull that off. The amount of food that this guy was picking up off of his chest afterward was insane. I don't care that he put the little picks in. Everything's falling out of that sandwich. There's no world where you get that whole thing into your mouth in an efficient way. Weed also makes you think some crazy things about food. Like this person who says, bro, blueberries are just like little blue pumpkins. In what way? In what way? In what way? Just the fact that they're round, I guess? There's also this person who really wanted a hot dog, but didn't have any buns, so they used a baked potato instead. I mean, this is actually genius. If I didn't have a bun, my first thought would be maybe I have a piece of white bread. And if I didn't have that, I would think, I guess I'm just going to eat a hot dog. No bun. But because this guy was under the trance that the green grass puts you under. The green grass. What is that? But because this guy was under the trance that the green grass puts you under, he decided, ooh, I also would love a baked potato. What if I put the hot dog in the baked potato? Oh, yes. And it worked. I can only imagine that that was one of the best dining experiences anyone's ever had. So congrats to you. And I think that's a perfect example that something happens when you indulge in marijuana that just makes you think more deeply about things. It makes you see things in your everyday life differently. Like this guy saw his dog differently. Is my dog licking my arm because he knows there's a bone in there? Yes, he is. Because dogs historically like bones, and we have bones in our body. So maybe dogs are just licking us because they smell some bone. It also makes you think more deeply about political issues in the world of discrimination. Like this person who says, how come you're a peach is a compliment, but your bananas is an insult? Why are we allowing fruit discrimination to tear apart society? You're right, and personally, I like bananas more than I like peaches. Come at me. Oh no. All the stoners getting mad in the comments. I think we need to flip the script on the term "you're bananas." Bananas have been getting shit on for too long in society, and this person has finally brought up our attention. All because of weed. Isn't that magical? And this kind of deep thinking is where I think we're really starting to get somewhere, and why I think they might just be able to turn America around. Because when weed is matched with the brain of a scientist, beautiful creations can be made. Think about your biggest problem in life right now. I know what your problem is. When your homie is sitting at a distance where you can't reach them with arm's length, how are you going to pass the blunt to them? Well, this person found a solution.
I get jealous because I got white friends, and I've been pulled over with my white friends, and what I found is that white people are not afraid of black people. Because when we got pulled over, my white friend cursed the fucking police out. He cursed the police out so bad.
You can sit as far across the room from your homie as you would like, and you're still going to be able to pass the blunt to them because this scientist's mind was expanded under the trance of marijuana. But your second problem is, man, I love playing video games high, but I hate having to smoke and then play video games because I need both my hands to play video games. Don't worry, there's a solution.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Easy fix, honestly. Little coat hanger action tied to the fan. It's a perfect amount of time between each hit. you're going to get a great ratio of hit to play action. We all know about losing things in the couch, but I think the less talked about place to lose things is your car. When you're smoking in your car all the time, you lose a lot of lighters in there. So much effort and engineering and thought went into this solution. All you really have to do is just put your lighter in your pocket and not forget it. All you really have to do is maybe smoke a little less weed. But instead, you accomplished a feat of engineering. And if that's not enough for you, people are making literal robots so that they can smoke weed.
Alexa, pass the blunt.
Okay.
Voice control, hooked up to Amazon Alexa. Oh, hey, Alexa, put a blunt in my mouth. And she did. We're getting to an insane place in the world. And look, if you're anything like me, you've went to your little ice dispenser in your fridge and you've thought, I wish I could get weed just as easily as I get this ice. Well, now you can. I just don't see why. I just don't see why. But here's why I think stoners might just be able to save America. It's because of this video right here. And I don't know science, and maybe you're a scientist and this isn't impressive at all, but I'll read it to you first. So basically, I built this dual parabolic ultrasonic transducer array for the purposes of levitating a dab with sound on a standing wave, then impacting it with a laser beam and smoking it out of midair while it levitates. This is just a prototype, but things are looking very good. Levitated a drug and then hit it with a laser so that you can just smoke it out of air. And you're high. And it's this kind of engineering that I think is the reason stoners could save America. Because if this guy put less effort into finding a cooler way to smoke weed and started thinking about something like, I don't know, curing cancer, he might just be able to do it. All of this is to show you that these so-called lazy stoners might just be able to turn things around in this world. And if a few of them stop spending all day trying to think about the most efficient way to stuff Funyuns in their mouth, one of them might just find a way to get this country to get along. Because at the end of the day, all these little tokers want is peace and love. And if more people thought like them, this place might not be so bad after all. Then again, they also make things like this, which has to be the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life. And if they think this is a good idea, then maybe they aren't the solution to our problem after all. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. You should also subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and let me know what you want to see next. If you got to this point in the video, you're a sexy little stoner that will save the world, and I love you. Thanks for watching. See you guys next week. Peace.